When I've told my story to people, they often ask me, where did you find the courage? And I thought, is courage a thought? And then I thought, no, it's actually a lack of thought. It's when your thinking calms down and there's no debate anymore and it's so clear what you're supposed to do. So my name's Chana Studley and I grew up in England. When I was at university in Manchester, I was mugged 3 times, and this led to some very traumatic experiences recovering from PTSD. The ladies who helped me really set me on a journey of understanding how my mind works and how we are in the world. And through that recovery, I got started working in the theatre in London, and then that led to TV and commercials, and then to Hollywood. I remember one time I was working on a movie with John Travolta, and he was playing the part of an angel, and I had to make him wings. And I kept saying to the director, we need to practice this, we need to practice. And she says, no, they're beautiful, they're going to be fine, they're going to be fine. I'm like, okay. And then on the day we shot this, he was walking down the stairs, his first entrance, and all the directors and producers had flown in from LA, and everybody wanted to see this amazing scene. They're all sat there, and John Travolta walks in with my wings on, and there's crash, 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 and the sound man comes running out, and the director's screaming at me, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'd said to them, this isn't going to work, and they didn't listen. And yeah, that few moments there, I remember like thinking, why am I doing this? This is crazy. I think a lot of people who get attracted to living in Los Angeles and California are really searching for something. Most people are thinking that, becoming famous or successful is going to be the answer to that. Thank God I had that, and I still felt empty on the inside. So I really started looking more at kind of spiritual things. There was a shul on the beach right where I lived, and I'd walked past it so many times, and eventually I walked in, and and that really gave me a new direction in my life. People have often asked me if it was a hard decision to leave Hollywood, and I think as soon as I knew it was the right thing to do, God lined it up to make it possible for me to do that. And a lot of the ladies I met said that they'd gone to this place called Neve in Jerusalem. This place Neve kind of really had a pull for me, so I took a year off and came to Jerusalem and studied for a year. And I knew after about being here 2 months that this was my home, and I've been here 10 years now. Even as I'm telling you about how I got here right now, I know that God is going to either help with this career even more, or maybe there'll be something else. When I work with people now with chronic pain, the first thing I say to them is the pain is real. But it's amazing how our minds can get so caught up in the drama of it. Most people then say to me, okay, great, I get it's my thinking, but how do I control that? And so what I'm offering them is you don't actually have to do anything. This gift that we were given of how to experience the world, when it passes through our minds, I can actually be an observer of it. I don't have to jump in and be a participant. And that's really where our innate wisdom and the inspiration and intuition we need to take care of ourselves can come through. And so the connection between Hollywood and what I'm doing now, to me, is so obvious, because it's like my consciousness is like the special effects department of my mind. And so when I see that, it makes it so much easier to separate and observe it. When you start seeing that a lot of our thinking is also unreliable in that respect, that I can see that the resentments and the anger and the frustration that often cause our physical pain, that's how you can let go of them, because it wasn't really real in the first place. People have said to me for a long time, write a book, and I'm like, okay. And it was actually probably one of the scariest things I've done. I wrote the book, and it's about a girl called Deborah. She's kind of like my alter ego. It's really not an autobiography, but she does have quite a lot of my experiences. And so I'd say about 80% of it is actually true. And so it's her journey going from the trauma through Hollywood, and then her first visit to Israel. And when I finished the book and I handed it to a friend, I thought, that's it, that's my one book. And the next morning I woke up with the idea for 4 more. It was like boom, boom, boom. It was incredible. Once I let go of this idea that I'm not an academic, I'm not a writer, that was just a story I was telling myself. We used to have a saying in Hollywood, which is, the impossible we can do today, and the really impossible you might have to wait till tomorrow. So what I would say to people now is, it really only just takes one new thought. You know, if it's my thinking that's causing me the stress and the anxiety, which is leading to the pain, then really all it takes is one new thought, and I've actually seen that happen. I feel very lucky that I get to do a job that is something that I really enjoy doing.